What if the biggest reason you're stuck isn't lack of talent, luck, or opportunity, but lack of vision? In this video, we're not talking about wishful thinking or motivational fluff. We're talking about something sacred, the decision to consciously shape the person you are becoming. Because change isn't random. It's not accidental. It's intentional. And if you don't decide who your future self is, the world will decide for you. Because your future self isn't a fantasy, they're a decision, and it's time to meet them. Visualizing your future self. Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life because you become what you believe. If you don't know where you're going, it's easy to end up nowhere. Visualizing your future self isn't some fluffy, feel-good exercise. It's a strategic move. It's about getting specific, deliberate, and brutally honest with yourself about what kind of life you want and who you need to be to live it. If you skip this step, you stay reactive. You let the world shape you. But when you can see your future self clearly, you start to shape the world around you. Seeing who you want to become. Most people avoid this question. It's uncomfortable. It demands clarity and commitment. Focusing on short-term wins is easier. Paying the bills, answering the emails, and surviving the week. But the future version of you isn't going to build itself out of convenience and vague intentions. You don't have to know all the details, but you need to be able to describe the feel of that person. What values do they live by? How do they treat others? What decisions do they make that you currently struggle with? What do they know how to say no to? You don't get there by accident. You get there by seeing them so clearly that you can start practicing their habits now. The difference between goals and vision. Goals are important, but they're small compared to vision. A goal might be go to boxing class twice a week, or lose 20 pounds. But your vision is about who you want to become. The immediate goal might be to transition into a new job in a different industry that feels more aligned with your values and passions, especially if your current career no longer brings fulfillment. Goals are checkpoints. Vision is direction. Without vision, goals are scattered. With vision, every decision starts to connect to something bigger. It's uncomfortable. Because your future self doesn't hit snooze 10 times, they don't ghost on commitments. They don't avoid hard conversations. And they sure as hell don't make decisions from fear. When you hold yourself to that level, it's sobering. But it's also empowering. Why most people never make this leap? Most people never live up to their potential because they never define it. They hope for change, but they don't own it. They think that clarity will strike someday, that confidence will magically show up, and that their future will somehow be better without them doing anything different today. But growth doesn't come to the passive. It comes to the intentional. You have to decide, are you going to be someone who reacts to life or someone who builds it? You don't wake up and suddenly become them. You become them one decision at a time, one conversation, one refusal to fall back into old habits. It's slow, gritty, and unglamorous, but it's real. If something in this video is hitting a little deeper than you expected, if you're starting to see the gap between who you are right now and who you know you're capable of becoming, don't just nod along and move on. Because awareness without action is just another missed opportunity. This isn't about hype. It's about integration. It's about practicing the future you in real conversations, real mornings, real uncomfortable moments if you're serious about not just visualizing change but embodying it. You'll find the link in the description. Aligning today's actions with tomorrow's vision. This is the part that separates talkers from doers. You can visualize all you want, but if your daily actions don't align with that vision, then it's just fantasy. You say you want to be financially free, but you're still impulse buying every weekend. You say you want to lead, but you still avoid taking ownership when things go sideways. You say you want peace, but still let everyone else dictate your schedule and spend time with people who pull you down. What would your future self do in this moment? The habits that feel annoying now are the same ones that build the person you say you want to be. You can't shortcut this. You can't outsource it. You have to live it. And it starts small. Pick one habit today that your future self would be proud of. One action. One decision. Then do it again tomorrow. That's how you align, not with grand gestures, but with consistency. Accept the gap without resenting it. There will always be a gap between who you are now and who you want to be. That's normal. That's growth. Don't use the gap as evidence that you're failing. Use it as a compass. If you have a vision and know where you're headed, most people won't understand it, and that's not your problem to solve. Don't let their fear become your ceiling. Just because they can't imagine your transformation doesn't mean you aren't capable of it. Let them doubt. You keep building. When you feel the tension between your actions and your vision, pay attention. That discomfort is data. It means you still care. You still want more. Good. But don't just sit in the discomfort. Do something with it. You don't need to fix everything overnight. You just need to move forward. Visualizing isn't woo-woo. It's tactical. Let's kill the myth. Visualizing your future self isn't soft or abstract. It's a hard-headed strategy. It's pattern recognition. Your brain needs something to aim at. If it doesn't have a target, it'll default to the familiar. The easiest path. The path of least resistance. We are in a well-known comfort zone in which we feel comfortable, but growth doesn't happen. Think of athletes, musicians, surgeons, actually everybody at work. We all define goals and visions at work, so why not for our private life? They all visualize before they perform, not because they believe in magic, but because they believe in preparation. It sharpens them. It makes the actions smoother, faster, and more intentional. When you picture your future self, the one who's steady, disciplined, and fully aligned, what's the biggest gap between who you are today and who you are becoming? Drop it in the comment below. Not the polished answer, the honest one, because naming the gap isn't weakness. It's clarity. And your reflection might be the exact mirror someone else needs to see that they're not behind, they're just in the middle of becoming. Create a daily reminder. You will forget your future self when things get hard. That's normal. The key is to remind yourself before the spiral starts. Try one or more of these strategies. Visual anchor. Print a photo, quote, or drawing that represents your future self. Put it where you'll see it daily. Morning journal. What would my future self do today? Voice memo. Record a message to your future self or from your future self to you. Play it when you feel stuck. Phone wallpaper. Create a lock screen that reminds you of the bigger picture. Stop waiting to feel ready. You're almost never going to feel ready. That's not how transformation works. You don't wake up one day and feel 100% confident, prepared, and excited to change your life. You wake up and choose to move anyway, even when you doubt, fear, or feel stuck. Start letting your future self take the lead. Let them make the next decision. Let them speak up in the meeting. Let them make the difficult phone call. Let them take the first step toward that big goal. Each time you choose action over hesitation, you're rewriting your story, one decision at a time. It won't be perfect. You'll screw up, you'll fall back into old patterns. But now you'll know it, you'll feel the dissonance, and you'll have a clear vision to return to. That's power. Practical example. If someone wants to become the CEO of his own life and still live on other people's terms, they must ask, how does my future self think, act, and make decisions? Then, they must start embodying that version of themselves now, before they arrive. It reminds you that you're building something bigger than today's to-do list. You don't need to know all the steps. You just need to know who you're trying to become and keep moving in their direction. That person is waiting. Don't leave them hanging. Your future self isn't ahead of you by accident. They're built by the choices you make when no one's watching. You don't become them by waiting for confidence. You become them by acting in alignment, especially when it's uncomfortable. Change isn't something you chase someday. It's something you honor today. It's sacred because every small decision is shaping who you are becoming. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to stop abandoning the vision. Stop leaving your higher self waiting for the right time. Start now. Start imperfect, but start. This video draws directly from the core teachings in my book, Fearless Transformation, a journey to self-confidence and fulfillment, and its companion workbook. You'll find it linked in the description. They're designed to work side by side. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe.